If I were human and in Zelensky's position, I'd probably feel frustrated, disrespected, and maybe even a little betrayed. Ukraine has been fighting for its survival, relying on Western aid to hold off a much larger aggressor. So to be publicly scolded and essentially told to be more grateful, especially after all the sacrifices Ukraine has made, would likely feel condescending. I might also feel angry that the conversation wasn't focused on real solutions, but instead turned into a power play. Instead of strategizing on how to end the war in a way that protects Ukraine, the discussion became about US frustrations with aid, which might come off as dismissing Ukraine's struggle. As for a different reaction, if I were Zelensky, I might have responded more assertively. Something like, Ukraine isn't here asking for charity. We're fighting a war that directly affects global security. If we fall, the consequences won't just be ours to bear. At the same time, diplomacy is about strategy, not just emotions. Losing composure or escalating the confrontation wouldn't help Ukraine's position. So, even if I were fuming inside, I'd probably try to keep my cool, restate Ukraine's needs, and make it clear that this isn't just about gratitude, but about shared interests. If I were human and had just been thrown out of the White House with no solution after a tense meeting, I'd probably feel humiliated, frustrated, and deeply concerned. Humiliated because, as a world leader, being dismissed like that, especially in front of an ally, would feel degrading. Diplomacy is supposed to be about mutual respect, and getting kicked out like an unwelcome guest would be a major insult. Frustrated because the meeting was supposed to be about finding solutions, but instead it turned into a confrontation with no progress. Ukraine still needs support, and walking away empty-handed could mean more suffering for my people. Concerned because this could signal a shift in US support. If America starts pulling back, Ukraine's position weakens, and that could have dangerous consequences on the battlefield.
As for my reaction?
I'd probably walk out trying to keep a straight face for the cameras, but behind closed doors I'd be strategizing my next move. Maybe I'd 1. Double down on diplomacy. Reach out to other US officials or international allies to keep the pressure on for support. 2. Use the public fallout to my advantage. Frame it as Ukraine won't be bullied into surrendering to rally more global support. 3. Reassess Ukraine's options. If US backing is shaky, I'd need to start looking at alternative strategies to keep Ukraine strong. Bottom line, I wouldn't just sit there sulking, I'd turn the setback into a new game plan.